What's going on, guys? This is my guy Jacob right here. He got some clippers recently and tried to give himself a bald taper, and you guys can see not quite all the way together. Luckily, he did not get into the beard too much, so we're gonna be able to get it all the way back together. But we're gonna give him a burst fade, a little bit of texture on top, nice messy style, razor work on the beard, and line up. Let's hop right into the cut. Now, it's not too far gone. He is a regular 2-week client. That's kind of why he likes to keep it up in between, so not a whole lot to do. But we're gonna go ahead and bald out following the same shape of the weight line. Go ahead and punch in our bald guideline and get it ready for our fade. Real quick, for some reason I decided to go ahead and blend out the beard. I guess just because it was staring at me, that blunt line at the top of the beard. So we're just gonna blend it out. Open one guard, half guard, then we'll go to our open section. Nice and easy, just blend that out, and then we can start to work our way up on the fade. Come in and do our open guideline. If you guys have been following me for a long time, kind of reverted back to some similar steps that I used to do. So I'm gonna set the guideline in with my Lithium FX because it is a little bit longer. It opens up super wide. And I used to use a taper blade for my open guideline and then fade it out with something else. Same idea here. We're gonna set the guideline with the longer blade, and then we're gonna come in and fade it out with something shorter. Now we're gonna come in with the lever all the way closed. We're gonna start to flick that line out at the bottom. Now these are my black FXOnes with the MIM blade. They're pretty zero gap, so they're gonna take the bald line out. Then immediately after that, we will open them up halfway and work that middle line out. Then we can do a little detail work if we need it before we move on. Next up, we're gonna come in with the one guard all the way open. You can see we're almost blended into the top. So we're not gonna make a super drastic guideline. We're just gonna take it up another ½ inch. Then we can start to work that line out underneath it. Now once the guideline's set, we can come in with the one guard closed, and we're gonna start to work on that line between the open section and the open one. Now the one closed isn't gonna take it all the way out. Immediately after this, we will come in with the half guard, half open, and work on anything else that we see. Now, like I was saying, he is a regular 2-week client, so I'm gonna be able to kind of just blend into what he already has. This is a number 3 all the way closed. We're gonna blend into that length on the burst fade, the top of the burst fade, and then we'll fade our way down and finish up this side of the fade. Did the number 3 close, kind of for safety, kind of that longer length that's going to connect into the top. Immediately after that, we'll use the number 2 closed. We'll just continue to work our way down. Next will be the 1.5 all the way closed. We can go back to the 1 open, 1 closed, work our way all the way down as much as needed to get this side polished up, and then we'll move on to the other side. line him up, and guys, I noticed this time this corner had just gradually over time worked its way back, and he had some regrowth, so I thought we would go ahead and line it up where it's supposed to be, and we're gonna kind of blend it out a little bit more so that you can kind of see the line where the lineup used to be, and that way it will grow back in. We're gonna use a little bit of fibers this haircut, and by next haircut, it should be back where we want it. Now we're gonna go ahead and move on to the other side. Same exact steps as before. You guys can follow along down below. And I will stress, guys, you hear me say it all the time if you watch my channel, I always use the same steps. That's gonna allow me to cut one side at a time and be super consistent. Now you guys follow along the steps in the bottom corner, but while we're doing this other side, I wanna ask you guys, those of you who watch my channel religiously, you guys have been following me forever, I have been contemplating doing an online course. It will be a part of Barber Josh OP, the DFS Formula Academy, the online academy, and it will be a full-length course of basically the style haircuts that I do, shop-ready haircuts, but these will be hour-long, in-depth tutorials. I will talk the whole time, no speeding up, super detailed explanations. If that's something you guys want to see, leave me a comment down below because I've just kind of been going back and forth on it. You guys know I've always done YouTube, but he is wanting me to add some content. That is kind of what I bring to the DFS Formula, the DFS Academy, are really shop-friendly haircuts, regular haircuts that you're gonna see in the shop. So if you guys wanna see some in-depth content, if that's something you would be interested in, leave me a comment down below and I'll get right on it. Now, a little bit different than how I normally cut. Usually I do the top first. Because he is such a regular client, I knew we're just gonna trim it. And I'm still gonna kind of follow the DFS formula how I would normally do it. At the end of the fade or at the top of the fade where the number 3 connected to the length, I'm gonna treat that like my initial foundation. It's the same idea, maybe a little bit shorter. And then as I pull the hair up, I'm just gonna look for that short part where the hair starts to fall out. I am gonna cut this a little rounded. He doesn't like it as heavy as maybe I would do, so it's not gonna be fully square across the top. We're just gonna point cut it, give it a nice trim, give it some texture, and then we can move on to the final detail work and the style. Now he likes his fringe just super straight across and crispy. So we're gonna come in with my black FX trimmers, guys. Absolutely my favorite trimmer that I've ever used. It is hitting, it makes that crunch sound. I use these on every client, I absolutely love them. So we're gonna go in and just edge this up straight across, just like it was in standard lineup, but this is obviously a crop, but he likes to wear it short and edged up straight across. So if you guys wanna grab those trimmers, you can do so at babylesspro.com. Now, like I said, we're gonna add some fibers just to help. You guys can see big time when I put the card up, just a little bit of a light corner where it was pushed back. I'm just gonna add some fibers for this time just to make it look a little fuller. We'll add it on both sides, come in and edge it up. Just gonna make it look a little bit better as it grows in. And even though we did use the card to spray the fibers, I still like to come back with my trimmer and just make sure that edge is nice and clean. And get any extra fibers off and get that line nice and sharp. Then we'll move on, do a little bit of razor work, get his beard together, add some product, and get him styled. Now we're gonna hit that top beard line and that vertical bar with the razor. This is the Tomb45 triple cartridge razor. Guys, I'm using Ghost blades, some of my favorite blades I have found to date. You guys can get them at Fort Worth Barber Supply, fwbarbersupply.com. I believe that is the only place, but I have been loving using these blades. They're super sharp. give you nice clean lines. We're just gonna get this beard together. We'll do the vertical bar and a little bit of the C-cup, again, just to kind of reinforce that line, get those fibers to where we want them. Do the same thing on the other side, then we're gonna add some product. Now I'm gonna add my absolute favorite matte product in the world, guys. This is Tomb45 Indestructible Clay. You can see his hair is dry. We're not gonna use a blow dryer. We're not gonna spend a ton of time styling it, but we can put this clay in there, shake his hair out, and get a super nice, clean, textured, messy look. All right, guys, here is Jake before. Like I said, regular client, comes every 2 weeks. Attempted to blend out his sideburn a little bit. You know, he has that disconnection, so he went in there and tried to do it himself. Not as easy as we make it look, he said. So he's always messing with his beard. He's always saying he takes too much off. I told him just to leave it alone, but nevertheless, guys, we got him back together. Nice, clean burst fade. I love the texture that that product gives. Blended his beard out, nice sharp lines. We're gonna let those vertical bars grow back in. Super clean haircut. Super stoked with it. So leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about this cut. Make sure you guys smash that thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and hit that subscribe button, guys. We are almost to 150K. I'm super hyped. It is going quick this year. We just hit 100, it feels like, not too long ago. So smash that thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you rock with me, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.